Hi there, Michael and Judge Ashley. Court has ended for the day in Lower Manhattan. Today, we did hear from 4 witnesses, a personal assistant of Sean Combs, Cassie Ventura's mother, also a male escort who took part in those freak-offs. And then the day wrapped up with a special agent from the Human Trafficking Division of the Homeland Security Department who was on the stand. And when his testimony was wrapping up, he actually walked over to the jury and he was showing them 2 AR-15s that had been disassembled. These were weapons that were seized from Sean Combs' Miami mansion. Also, just as court was wrapping up, he was beginning to open up a bag, but he was stopped. Inside that bag were high-heeled platform shoes. And so at that point, the judge decided that court is going to end for the day. So we'll have more of that tomorrow when he's probably going to begin with his testimony and then eventually be pulling out those high-heeled platform shoes. So why don't we talk about some of the other things that took place today? So when that special agent was on the stand talking about that Miami mansion raid, this was back in March of 2024, and we do have some video of that we can show our viewers. And so how the agent was describing this raid, 80-plus agents stormed Sean Combs' home. They used an armored vehicle to make their way through the gates of his Miami mansion out there on Star Island. And once inside, they seized baby oil as well as Astroglide as well as weapons. And so the jury was shown some photographs of some of the items that they seized from his property. Now, before the special agent, we did hear from a male escort, his name, the Punisher. He testified that he took part in 8 to 12 freak-offs, and he described how the sessions would begin. Him and Cassie, they would massage one another with baby oil, and then other activities would take place between the two of them. And this is when Sean Combs would be in the corner taking care of himself. He even described how at one point he walked in, and there was this man that was standing there who was naked, and that he was holding some Astroglide, and he had kind of a veil over his mouth covering up most of his face. Why don't we go ahead and put up some testimony? This is from one of the ex-personal assistant of Sean Combs, and he was testifying to a lot of different incidents that he witnessed and saw, and while he was an employee of Sean Combs. So during the cross-examination, the ex-assistant admitted to an altercation with one of Combs' female chefs when James grabbed her 2 wrists. So at this time, after this took place, Combs had told him that he can't be doing that, and that he actually was saying that you need to buy her a gift to make up for your behavior. The jury was also shown some photos that Ventura's mother took of her following a beating. So Regina Ventura, while she was on the stand, very soft-spoken, she was describing the injuries to her daughter, and she also testified that the photos she took to keep as evidence. Cassie's mom said that December 2011 was the first time her daughter told her about Combs exhibiting any physical violence toward her. So, talking about tomorrow, what are we going to see tomorrow here inside this federal courtroom? We are going to be hearing possibly from Kid Cudi. We don't know if we'll get to him tomorrow, but he is on the witness list, possibly the 3rd person. I shouldn't say we have a witness list. We're more or less being updated every day as to who the witnesses are going to be. So maybe we'll get to Kid Cudi tomorrow, but after the special agent from the Human Trafficking Division finishes up his testimony, then we are expected to hear from a forensic psychologist who is going to talk about abuse, domestic abuse in relationships. Then after that, there is going to be one more witness. We're hearing that that's going to be another former employee of Sean Diddy Combs, and then possibly we'll get to Kid Cudi tomorrow, if not on Thursday, and he's going to be asked about his relationship with Cassie Ventura and Sean Combs. The reaction that he would have, and what we have heard so far, is he became insanely jealous.